the season to go, and Castleford have to face Wigan twice, so the Tigers can have a big say in the run-in. Weldon Road stages a crucial match today on Sunday's Big League. If anyone can stop Wigan's march to a fourth successive Big League title, it's Castleford. The Tigers have the champions in their sights today and have the players to open up the race again. Inconsistency's been their problem all season, but they've been in dazzling form just lately. Cass have their own answer to Martin Afire. St John Ellis is their flying winger. He scores spectacular tries. In their last Big League outing, they brushed Halifax aside. Mike Ford has forced his way back to the international scene, and the man who collected a Cup Winners' Medal with Wigan in the 80s is running hot. Wigan have again set the Big League season alight. Just 4 defeats in another sizzling year. Big game players in every position. 5 internationals will return from that world record defeat of France on Friday. Sean Edwards is the country's leading scorer, 43 tries so far. But they're not invincible. Bradford Northern proved that at Odsal 10 days before their semi-final. The Yorkshiremen turned up the heat at the top of the table. But without 7 stars on international duty, Wigan proved too strong for local neighbours Lee in midweek, winning 50 points to 0. Martin Afire not good enough for Great Britain. He chose Wednesday night to score one of the tries of his outstanding career. Wigan then back on top. Will Castleford have a crucial say in the destiny of the title? Castleford and Wigan, eyeball to eyeball. This Castleford side have won 4 home games in succession since we saw them beaten 13-10 on Skye in January by Warrington. This is a big match for them, and Graham Steadman is their fullback. On the wing, it's Simon Middleton. The centre pairing begins with Tony Smith wearing 3, and Grant Anderson is in 4. St John Ellis is on the wing in 5. The Australian Peter Coyne is the stand-up half wearing 6. And former Wigan man Mike Ford is the scrum half in 7. Castleford captain is Lee Crooks, the prop forward in 8. Graham Southernwood is the hooker wearing 9. And Dean Sampson is the other prop forward wearing 10. Tony Morrison, the summer signing from Swinton, is in the second row. He's in 11. Andy Fisher, bought in January, is in 12. And the Kiwi, Tawera Nikau, is the loose forward in 13. And the coach, Castleford's Darrell van der Velde, in his final season here at Weldon Road. Martin Afire scored a wonderful try against Lee and backed up with another to take his tally for the season to 25. It's been a modest return for the flying Afire. This is the team that Wigan hope will keep the pressure on St Helens at the top. Steve Hansen, the full-back. Watch out for this fellow. Jason Robinson on the wing wearing 2. Joe Lydon, captain on Wednesday against Lee, is in the centre in 3. And the Aussie, Andrew Farrow, whose try took Wigan back to Wembley, is in 4. Afire, a modest 25 tries. It's incredible. He's on the wing in 5. Brano Botica, the stand-up half, in 6. Sean Edwards backing up after that Great Britain international. What a performance he put in. He's the scrum half in 7. Up front, it's Neil Cowie, the prop forward, wearing 8. Martin Dermott comes back from international duty too. He's in 9. And Andy Platt, captain for Great Britain and captain for the day for Wigan today. Dennis Betts is in the second row. He'll wear 11. The Kiwi Sam Panapa can play anywhere. Today he's in the second row wearing 12. And Phil Clark is the loose forward. And another man in his final season with Wigan, John Money, the coach. A glorious West Yorkshire Sunday, and terraces packed for the visit of the champions. Defending champions and champions-elect, but St Helens will have a big say in that. Castleford might today. Wigan regained pole position with that victory over Lee in midweek. 7 internationals out. One of them, their captain for today, Andy Platt. But it didn't matter. They've lost only 4 games all season. Andy Platt did such a good job for Great Britain. He's been handed the captaincy of Wigan, and Jason Robinson is certainly one of the stars for the future. Castleford to a great welcome from the local supporters. With 2 matches against Wigan in the last 2 weeks of the season, they know that whatever they do on the field against Wigan will have a big bearing on the destiny of this year's big league title. One man who needs no motivation for this is Mike Ford. Castleford scrum half, formerly with Wigan, 1985 at Wembley, with Wigan as a cup winner, and he also has played for Leigh and Oldham, and he wants to do St Helens a favour today, he's been saying in the press up here this weekend. Tawera Nikau, possibly the man who will face Great Britain as captain of the New Zealand team next autumn, a man who really has impressed since he arrived here at Castleford, not only the Castleford faithful but also John Money, who I understand has perhaps got the name of Tawera Nikau penciled in as a future Auckland Warrior when Auckland joined the Sydney Premiership in 1995. Let's check out the substitutes for you. Castleford have Andy Hay and Martin Kettridge on the bench, and Wigan, it's Mike Forshaw and Ian Gildart, two forwards for Wigan. Match referee is Colin Steele from Dalton Inverness in Cumbria. He was referee on Sky last Sunday for the Warrington against St Helens match. And so he's in the thick of the big league title battle as well. Pitch looking in perfect condition. Blue skies overhead. And as the teams came out, Mike Stevenson, you remarked, summer rugby in these conditions has got to have a chance.
Yes, a wonderful crowd has turned up for what should be a cracking game. Castleford would love nothing better than to come a victory over the Maynard rivals Wigan.
Graham Steadman. Simon Middleton was the acting halfback. So important really that Castleford start well and then they can build on that sort of confidence.
Well, I'm sure their coach Daryl Vanderbilt would have told them that Wigan, of course, played midweek against Leigh, and 5 of them played in the runaway victory against France on Friday. So they'll be pretty sore, I would imagine.
Ball back with Graham Steadman. Left-footed, high downfield. That's a good kick, and the fire's underneath it. Takes it on his own 20-metre mark and surrounded.
Well, they mean business, don't they? Kick downfield. And look at the welcoming committee there. No less than 5 Castleford players.
Dermot from acting halfback. Might have seen him on Sky on Friday in the International. He seemed to have a shoulder injury, but reported fully fit at training yesterday. This is Jason Robinson now. Dermot fit, no problems. Botica finds his captain, Andy Platt. And that's the last tackle. Good play by Castleford that. They've restricted Wigan to just 15 metres progress downfield, and Hampson will have to kick. Difficult for Steadman to pick the ball in the sunshine, so he leaves it to Middleton.
Good pressure there by Castleford. Put the pressure on Lydon to start with. He had to wing the ball out to Hampson, who was really pushed into that kick.
Dean Sampson hanging on for Castleford, who are aiming for the Premiership, which they've never won. Beaten in their only final in 1984 by Hull Kingston Rovers at Headingley. But they're aiming for a place in the top 4 to give themselves home advantage in the opening round. Nikau and Dennis Betts getting in each other's way, and it bounces off the shoulder of Crooks. And Wigan have it back courtesy of O'Fire, who also knocked on. The referee will play the first one.
Long ball out wide from Ford. It really was driven into the chest of Lee Crooks, the Castleford skipper. Martin O'Fire caught a knock there as he was going down on that loose ball. Of course, Eddie, Wigan don't have to be told the importance of a win today.
Edwards finds Botica, who brings Farah into it, takes the return. Botica, such pace. Good tackling by St John Ellis. Got him first time, got him second time with help from Nikau. Castleford marshalling their defences, and Robinson takes it on from dummy half. 10 metres short of the line now, Wigan. Dermot to Edwards. Edwards dancing forward. Hauled down just short. That's how close Wigan are. Pressure from the champions then, as Betts tries to take on Nick out, and also fancies his chances against Morrison, but is brought down. Now then, there's a chance here for Panapa, and he was held up on his back over the line. Couldn't ground the ball.
Good run by Panapa. Wonderful opportunity there, but they did well, didn't they? The Castleford defence pulled them right over. It was Tawira Nikau showed the strength to just pull the Kiwis with him.
Wigan have possession from the scrum. Botica, Farah on the charge. Stern test for this Castleford defence. They've weathered 6. They've now got another 6 to face. Wigan with Phil Clark. Dermot, the runner was Andy Platt. That's such a big game for Great Britain. That's 4 tackles gone. Castleford have held out then. 4-10. Back to Edwards. Now Botica. They're spreading it wide. Farah. Hampson is there. Hampson almost through. Gets the ball away. But Castleford get it back.
Well, it was on the last, and Hampson tried to release it. But it was a nice step-in run there, but once again, the scrambling defence from Castleford has been superb. They weren't on the rack, but you can see they're there in numbers. That's excellent defence, trying to get the ball away. And a bad mistake. Plenty of nerves showing in this game.
It's Morrison with the knock-on. Under pressure from Dermot.
It's the second time that Castleford have dropped the ball.
Tony Smith with a bloody nose. Will need treatment and will have to stem the flow before he's allowed to continue.
He doesn't know where he is either.
And he's going for a spell in the blood bin, I think.
He really does look groggy. Referee Colin Steele holds up the blood bin card.
And so he will be replaced by Andy Hay. Andy Hay. And Wigan with the head and feed, so yet more pressure for Castleford to try and hold out against. Botica is the dummy half, and now Edwards. Long pass finds Dennis Betts. Dennis Betts with the strength, but Andy Fisher was there, Mike Ford and Southernwood too. Panapa finds Cowie. Cowie just bounced off one challenge from Crooks, couldn't get away from those two. Edwards.
Good defence. Oh, great defence, Eddie. They realised that Sean Edwards, he ran the show on Friday against the French. They can't allow him to do that today.
Botica turned the ball. He thought about it anyway, back inside to Clark, but hung on under pressure from Crooks. It's the last tackle. It's the third set of 6. Dab ball forward by Edwards. Stedman picks it up, but he's trapped in goal. It'll be a drop out from underneath his own posts.
Well, he tried to get out of it, didn't he, Stedman? But good support play there. So the prop, Neil Cowie, helping out with Sean Edwards there, and Andy Fisher, he saw something that untoward. A little bit push and barge with the prop forward Cowie. Referee Steele quite happy to let that go.
Good length on the dropout from Stedman, but straight into the arms of his opposite number, Hampson. Hampson, man of the match in the semi-final victory over Bradford last weekend. Here's Robinson. What an outstanding talent Jason Robinson is. Edwards. Betts is the runner. Called for it, received it. Gets the ball away in the tackle to Platt.
Well, that pass from Betts, it caught Sean Edwards on the hop there. He was looking to get things organised.
Here is Edwards. Through Hampson's hands, and it went backwards, says the referee. So Cowie's able to continue the movement on to Botica. He steps out of one challenge. This is Lydon. Back to Botica. Gets away from Ford. Drops the ball. Cowie picks up. Runs through Crooks. He's got Southernwood round him. That's a forward pass. Edwards thought he was in for try 44 of his season, but it was forward.
Good run by Cowie, though. He showed his strength there. Good support play that we've seen all season from Sean Edwards. But referee Colin Steele right there to could see it was just forward.
And now perhaps some respite for Castleford from a defensive point of view, but they've got to try and get through this Wigan defence now.
Been a great effort by Castleford, Eddie, with this swarming defence.
Good run, Middleton. And look where Wigan are defending, in the Castleford half of the field. Now St John Ellis. Slipped away from Andy Platt, but couldn't get away from Joe Lydon. Ford and Crooks. Being forced back, Crooks. Ball spews out and finds Stedman. He finds Ford. Ellis. It's a bits and pieces attack from Castleford, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're trying to keep the ball alive there. We could see Ford trying to get Grant Anderson away. He just overrun the ball. But they mean business, Castleford.
Stedman downfield. Martin afire. Coming up to 10 minutes on my watch, and still 0-0. Wigan, this one and 3 more to go. You'll be able to see them all on Sky Sports. We're following Wigan all the way to the Championship wire this season. St Helens, of course, next on Good Friday. Andy Platt with a driving run again.
Leading by example is the skipper.
It bounced off Andy Fisher, and the referee says it was charged down, so play on. Fisher and Edwards tangling off the ball.
Well, he swung the foot there, did Edwards.
And Castleford came to a halt there. Well, they thought the referee had blown.
Well, I think the crowd erupted and they thought the referee would give a penalty. Andy Fisher got involved. He's fired up. No prisoners taken here. See the replay. Didn't like it either, didn't Fisher.
Castleford came to a full stop. They thought the penalty was given. Oh, it's a mile forward. Nickow's ball out was way forward. Referee didn't spot it. Play on, he says. St John Ellis couldn't get the ball away. Coyne picks up. It's a knock on. Southernwood, the man who just couldn't get hold of the ball that was round his ankles.
Made a valiant attempt, but that was an awful pass there by St John Ellis. Opportunity was there. They had them out wide. You can see in the picture there that Martin Afire had moved right in. All it needed was a long ball out, and Castleford was sure to score.
But what about that forward pass, Mike? Looked a mile forward to me.
Well, they do miss them, don't they? Ball coming out. Nicow punched it through. Look at that. That's a yard forward.
Wigan survived, though, and they're in possession now with Betts. Sampson and Southernwood finishing him off. Dermot to Panapa, and he just slipped.
I get the feeling this is getting very warm. There's a few players coming in just a touch too late.
Platt and Nicow, Sampson and Ford. Last tackle. Wigan stranded on halfway. Lydon. That's got too much meat behind it, I think. Oh, it bounces back off the post. Did he go for that? Surely not.
Well, he probably said he will, but it was a good angle kick. Got to take the option. Oh, 6s and 7s, I'm afraid, Castleford at the moment.
Good job, Fisher was there. This is Southernwood, and now Simon Middleton.
Defence is on top on both sides. You can see them moving up in a straight line. Really is turning into a forward battle so far.
Castleford defeated Wigan here last season, but Wigan have won 5 of the last 8 here. Southernwood. The grubber kick through. Robinson waited for it. And look at the team tackle count from both sides, Mike. It's creeping up already. They've only had 13.5 minutes. Offside against Castleford.
A little over-enthusiastic there. St. John Ellis was leading the raid. There you can see, really did get off the mark before the ball was played. Has to stand square at the play of the ball.
Here come Wigan again then, with Cowie. Edwards, Clark. Plenty of options. One of them was Sam Panapa.
Just shows what a great utility player the Kiwi is, playing in the second row today.
Botica to Farah to Lydon. Lydon straightening up. Nickow got him downstairs and finished off by Coyne. Farah the dummy half. Botica, Edwards, Botica takes over. 10 metres out. Clark, Dermott. Castleford's defence so far standing firm as a rock. Edwards back inside to Platt. Another good tackle. Last one.
That was a tremendous tackle by Crooksey there. Brought Platt straight down.
That look forward from Edwards to Clark. Castleford have it back anyway.
Clark trying to get the ball away. Panapa out wide. But I'm really impressed with the way that this Castleford defence is scrambling back. They're really working hard for each other.
Nickow and Andy Fisher. Little half break was finished off by Andy Platt. Quarter of an hour of this match gone. 0-0. Nickow. Talking yesterday to Castleford coach Darrell van der Velde, he was really looking forward to this match. Felt his team would play well. They're certainly defending stoutly, aren't they?
They've been in good form so last couple of weeks.
Andy Hay. Ford back to Stedman. On the last tackle, Stedman clips one downfield. This evades Hampson. Coyne meeting Hampson. There is Darrell van der Velde, the Castleford coach, off to a job down under with the Queensland Crushers as chief executive when this British season reaches its climax in the middle of May. 16th Premiership Old Trafford, don't forget. You'll be able to see the full 7 hours of that wonderful day at Old Trafford right here on Sky Sports. What price Wigan and Castleford for the final then? This is Edwards. Good scampering run again from Edwards. It's the last tackle. Once Tony Morrison gets off Edwards, the fire keeps the movement going temporarily, but Morrison was there to pick up the pieces.
Wigan just panicking a little bit, Eddie, because of this Castleford defence. It's very strong. They're forcing him to go down the middle. Haven't got the opportunity to get the ball out wide.
That was a good drive from Crooks. Tony Smith back and out of the blood bin. So once he gets back on, the substitution will not count. This is St. John Ellis. Dancing run from Ellis. Still going.
Oh, that's what the crowd love to see. The jinking run, the speed of St. John Ellis.
Last tackle. Ford tips one over the top and Hansen positioned himself perfectly.
Defence is well and truly on top. It's a team that just changes the tactics, perhaps a little kick over, the angled grubber on the floor. That'll break down the defence.
Wigan have seen a lot more of that football. They've been camped in the Castleford quarter for long periods, but so far the Castleford defence has held. This is Clark. Fitness, Mike, could hold the key to this match, couldn't it, with all these Wigan players coming back from that international and the midweek match against Leigh?
They'll be struggling the last quarter. So it's important that Wigan get points early. Castleford, of course, they'll be fully aware of that. They'll try to contain them, and they've done a good job so far.
Castleford in possession, but Wigan have played out their set of 6 tackles already in this match 8 times, so they are holding on to the ball, respecting the possession. And that really has been the hallmark of their game over the past 5 or 6 years, hasn't it? Ford to Stedman.
You can see quite clearly there that both sides are moving up. This time it's Wigan moving up very quick out wide, forcing the play down the middle. There's just nowhere to go, is there?
Coyne. Oh, risky pass out to the far side. Castleford get away with it. Coyne continues the movement on. And now St John Ellis will do the same. He's turned Dermot. He's going to get round Hampson. He has, but Hampson brilliantly ankle-tapped him. That saved 4 points for Wigan. Still Castleford roll forward with Nick Howe. The ball through. That's a great try. First blood to Tony Smith. Tony Smith for Castleford. Castleford take the lead after all that Wigan pressure.
Stone's been a championship replay. Beautiful run by St John Ellis. Showed the speed. It was just the ankle tap there by Hampson. Just gets him. Oh, just in time. But a quick play the ball. Bet tries to hold him down as long as he can. Referee said, Colin Steele says, get off. The run out to the blind and to Weir Nick Howe. What a beautiful delayed pass. The winger Tony Smith. Excellent play. Oh, that is a superb try by Castleford. Well worked.
And even though it looked as though he'd grounded the ball nearer the touchline, he managed to cut in field and improve the angle sufficiently for Lee Crooks to have a real chance here of making the 4-6. And no problems for Lee Crooks. That's his 104th goal of the season. Castleford 6, Wigan 0. So Castleford 6, Wigan 0, the try from Tony Smith, the conversion by Lee Crooks, 104 goals for the season, but 100 for his club, 4 when he was on international duty with England against the Welsh earlier this season. So after all that pressure, Wigan find themselves trailing.
Bad mistake there. You can see the hooker Graham Sutherland passing the ball to Mike Ford, who has actually been penalised for not being 5 yards back to play the ball. Not often you see that ruling, but when a man makes no attempt to take the ball, they often run through or stand there as a dummy runner. This time they've got caught for it. And the lethal boots of Botica prepares yet again.
Yes, Frano Botica, goal kicker supreme, but after the semi-final in the Bradford Northern dressing room, Peter Fox was saying that when the pressure gets to Botica, just how good is he? He missed a couple early on in that semi-final when Wigan were struggling to find their Wembley form, and now they're 6 points in arrears. We will see how good he is.
Well, all he has to do is just look at the record books. I think that says it all.
It's a pressure kick. He's missed it. He's kicked it. Well, it looked as though that had spun away from the front of the posts. But Wigan get off the mark, courtesy of the boot of Frano Botica. 6 points to 2. The
pressure didn't appear to bother him then. If I was in the last line of defence and I wanted someone that could handle the pressure, I'm sure that that man would be on my side.
Well, he's the fastest 1,000 point scorer in rugby league history. Just 93 matches, that's all it has taken him to reach the 1,000 points. He did that earlier in the season. Great to see Weldon Road packed, the terracing here, probably their best attendance of the season. Match being played in perfect conditions, glorious sunshine, and the two sides intent on putting on a bit of a treat, not only for the people on the terraces but for you at home watching tonight on Sky Sports.
This Wigan side really know that they're up against it now.
Botica just clips that ball downfield. Stedman will have to watch it. A fire was steaming up behind him just as he did at Wembley in the final last season. This time Stedman up to the task.
Excellent chasing though by Martin O'Fire. Nearly got a boot to it then.
Crooks slips the pass straight into the arms of Martin Dermott. Wigan streaming forward, Clark.
Well, he's famous for it, isn't he? Castleford skipper getting the ball away in tight situations. Whether or not Dermott called for that ball, either way, he came up with it.
14.5 minutes to half-time. Platt in possession for Wigan. Oh, was that forward? Well, did Panapa get that down? No, the referee said the ball was knocked forward.
He never really had full control of it. It was fingertips all the way. Desperation. Was it forward though from Platt? Came through, it looked it to me. There's been a few marginal ones.
That looked forward too, from Sutherland to Ford.
Who cares? The crowd are loving it. Open, fast football.
Coyne, and he finds Fisher. It was a suicide pass. Hampson picks it up. Lydon will have to go on his own. There was no one moving then behind him in the red and white hoops. There is someone moving now, and that was a crunching challenge on Panapa by Andy Fisher.
Whoa, welcome to the forwards.
Edwards takes it over for Wigan. Betts, Dennis Betts, strong run. Again, Castleford's defence holds out. Last tackle for Wigan. Edwards to Botica. Out wide to Farah. Turns the ball back inside. Lydon! Lydon! Referee looks. Referee says he's held up over the line. No try.
Oh, it was a beautiful long ball from Botica that sent Lydon through. Oh, I thought he got that ball down. Didn't appear to be a Castleford man underneath. Referee Colin Steele was there. Controversy reigns.
Wigan are preparing to bring on one of their new young breed, teenager Mike Forshaw. He's 6'4.5" tall. He weighs about 17 stones. He will come on for the Kiwi Sam Panapa. Mike Ford to Tawera Nikau. The substitute will not come on until there's a break in play. It's the fifth tackle for Castleford. Ford. Stedman. Downfield from Stedman. Inviting Hampson to catch it, and he does. Good tackling. Mike Ford, he's had an outstanding season for Castleford, the scrum half. This is Jason Robinson.
Yeah, there's a few out there that have had outstanding seasons. They must, a few of them, Ford, Botica, got to be in the running for the Man of Steel.
Botica, one of the candidates. Talking of the Man of Steel, you'll be able to see the awards night. Rugby League's glittering Awards evening, the Friday night before the Premiership, live on Sky. That's another first in British television for Rugby League. Man of Steel night live on Sky Sports. Last tackle on the 20-metre mark with Edwards. Edwards running it to Farah, taking the return almost. It bounced off Edwards to Lydon. Offiah thought he was in, but it bounced off Edwards and went forward.
Great pass from Farah, tried to get it away there, but he was put under pressure, Edwards. The ball did go forward to Lydon. Well, there's been quite a few near misses from this Wigan side, and that could prove costly.
Wigan want to bring their substitute on. Mike Forshaw comes on. He was a try scorer in midweek, was Mike Forshaw, in the Alliance Cup final victory at Leeds by 32 points to 8. Half an hour gone. 6-2, Castleford in the driving seat. Forshaw with his first tackle, been playing brilliantly in the reserves for Wigan this season. Crooks.
They see the big prop trying to get the ball out round the man.
Wigan still on top in terms of possession, but Castleford on top on the scoreboard where it counts. Wonder if this news is getting through to Knowsley Road, where St Helens are playing Leeds today. Coyne downfield. Robinson picks up, gets away from two. Can't get away from the next two, though.
An exciting runner, isn't he, the young Robinson? But Castleford's defence is swarming. They're not allowing Wigan any movement at all.
Offiah through a gap. The entire Castleford team chasing him, and he's halted by St Ellis and Stedman. Offiah wants to get on with it. Edwards from dummy half. Tackled by St Ellis, and he felt Grant Anderson coming in over the top. Dermot to Botica, to Betts, back to Botica, Farah. Plenty of movement from Wigan, but so far no penetration. Dermot perhaps. The last tackle. Betts with nowhere to go, so he gives it to Edwards, who in turn hands it on to Cowie. Neil Cowie! Cowie all the way! Great try from a big prop forward. A try against Lee in midweek. One here today, and that could be a priceless one.
Stones for the championship replay. One of the Castleford supporters thinking that this perhaps might have been a Shepherd. Betsy throws it, then goes round the back of Dermot. Long ball out wide, I'm afraid Castleford paid the price of hanging off. They expected the kick on the last. This lad didn't. That is a well-taken try. Not surprisingly, Tua Nikau is looking bemused, but did he use Martin Dermot as a Shepherd? Referee Steele said not, and there you can see they've just held off. They were waiting for the kick, and a team like Wigan do not just give the ball away at random.
Neil Cowie, try number 5, the former Rochdale man, signed last season, and Wigan turned him into a 1992 Lions tourist. It's all square then at 6 points all, and Botica now has the chance to give Wigan the lead for the first time, and it heads off into the wild blue yonder, and Wigan have the lead. 8-6.
Look, you can see all the Castleford defence is hanging back. That gives Cowie the room to move. The result, 4 points. Well taken try.
And the Wigan supporters now are taunting my co-commentator and asking him what the score is. I think they remember that you tipped Lee last week to beat Wigan in midweek on boots and all.
Yeah, they got short memories, some of them, haven't they? Or long ones.
This is Mike Forshaw. Now Philip Clark. Ooh, what a collision with Tawera Nikau. Martin Kettridge on for Castleford.
Just shows you what a great professional outfit this Wigan side are, though.
Jason Robinson with a typical little bustling run from him. There is Kettridge. He's taken the place of Dean Sampson, by the way, has Martin Kettridge.
It's amazing though, Eddie, just half a chance on, that's a bit high, and offside as well, but you can't give this Wigan side half a chance. See here that pulling the ball away was Lee Crooks. Penalty given, a little bit of indiscipline there by the Castleford skipper. But they only just need that little chance, don't they? Castleford waited for the kick, expecting the bomb, and they spun it out wide.
And here they come again with Andy Platt. He ran as strong as that all night with 5 minutes to go to half-time. Platt running as strong as that all night on Friday for Great Britain. Cowie and Edwards, Betts on the charge, trying to turn Stedman inside out. Stedman stood up to the task well, needed a little bit of help too from Tony Morrison. But Wigan are ominously rolling forward with Botica. But Botica has flung the ball out, but it hit a Castleford man on the way.
St. Janella's just got the left hand out to it, fingertips to that ball. That should be a head and feed to Wigan. More pressure for Castleford now.
Botica, Lydon. Botica takes it over. O'Fire.
Well spotted by the centre, Tony Smith and Grant Anderson.
Wigan winning the scrums, hands down, and now ahead on the scoreboard, in possession with Andrew Farrar. Hampson to Botica, to Edwards, to Clark. Collision between Morrison and Clark. There are men out wide. That's got to be forward. That has got to be forward. Robinson wasting his time. Referee's whistle's blown. He can't believe it, can he?
Well, next time Cowie's going to one of those coaching skill schools for the youngsters, probably want to pick up a few ideas. That wasn't the best pass.
So it's Castleford now with head and feed. And with possession, courtesy of Coyne. Only really once Castleford have broken through this Wigan defence and they've scored. In possession now with Fisher. Over the top it goes to Smith and he finds Middleton. Cuts round Dennis Betts. Tries to get away from Hampson. Hampson took him ball and all. Castleford getting on with it quickly. Ford to Anderson to Nikau. Southernwood to Crooks. And Wigan have had all the possession, but they only lead by 2 points. Ford again. Fisher trying to get the ball away, but Farrar was all round him. Last one for Castleford. Ford to Stedman. There's chips one over the top. Hampson takes it brilliantly.
Oh, beautiful play there. Stedman coming in very strong indeed. Good refereeing though by referee Colin Steele. He could see that Mike Ford was offside and he told him so. Get out of the way.
Mike Ford running a big game against his former club today. Running a big game too against Sean Edwards. The two leading contenders for the Great Britain scrum half jersey. Edwards is the man in possession of the jersey and briefly then the man in possession of the ball. Lydon with the kick downfield. Give length on that one. St. Janella's picks up. Look at the wall of Wigan jerseys that's come to meet him. And Anderson, good tackle by Edwards. Morrison was the man on the charge. 1 minute from half-time. That ball came free, and the referee says that Morrison knocked it on.
Well, he did lose it, but I think that it was helped along by Andy Platt. You could see the referee, Colin Steele, was looking out along the line to make sure that Wigan were back. And you see just a little bit of a left hand in there. Where'd he come clear? That's got to be offside. Ford coming round far too quick. Shaun Edwards having a few words to say.
Told you it was going to be a ding-dong battle between those two, Ford and Edwards.
Well, Ford had to sit on the bench at the Great Britain bench against France and see Shaun Edwards take full control. It was a masterly display by Edwards.
Only 4 penalties in the game, and all of them have gone Wigan's way. Castleford will be delighted if they can hang out here and just turn round 2 points adrift. Wigan looking for more with Platt and now Botica. What a good contest this is, though, between these two sides. Top against fourth. Edwards scampering again. Willing to stoppage time, Mike.
They were setting up for a move there. It was a bad play, the ball, though.
Dennis Betts. Betts from dummy half on his own, trying to use his strength. 3 Castleford defenders hold him out. So close, Wigan and Betts. Dermot to Edwards. To Cowie. Last one for Wigan. Botica is behind the play. I wonder whether he was setting himself for a drop goal, but Wigan are running it. And they've thrown it into touch. The chance is gone.
Once again, Wigan electing to keep the ball alive rather than opting for the kick. A little bit too strong, though, by the hooker Dermot. No chance for Jason Robinson to take that. But that's obviously the game plan from their coach, John Mooney. Don't worry about applying the bomb or the kicking game. Let's keep it alive.
And this match is very much alive at half-time. Castleford 6 points, Wigan 0. The try from Tony Smith, converted by Lee Crooks, giving Castleford a 6-point lead. But then Wigan hitting back, and Neil Cowie's try could be crucial come the end of the day. Wigan ahead at half-time, but only just.
The USPGA Tour continues.
Half-time on a glorious spring Sunday afternoon here at Castleford, and Wigan just ahead by 8 points to 6. Castleford leading 6-0 at one stage, but Wigan showing the true class of champions. And Castleford have had to get through a lot of work in the tackling. Scrums going Wigan's way easily, and the penalties. 15 handling errors shared just about equally between the two sides, but Wigan with a ton of possession. Lee Crooks has marshalled the defensive resources of Castleford well. 5 goals in Wigan's defeat here last season. He's missed only 2 games throughout this campaign after the 1992 British Lions tour. A great crowd has turned out to Weldon Road. Split just about down the middle. There's red and white everywhere, and there's yellow, white and black. And we're underway for a vital 40 minutes for the destiny of this season's championship, bearing in mind that Wigan and Saints will meet in what will virtually be the decider at Central Park on Friday. But if Wigan slip up here today, Mike, it really will open the door for St Helens, won't it?
Certainly will make it interesting. And I feel sure that their coach, John Mooney, would have told them we need points very quickly in this second half. He knows, and I'm sure that Castleford will know too, that not in this Wigan side will tire late in the game. And because of that, I feel that they'll bring in Martin O'Fire and Jason Robinson in the middle as many times as possible.
Edwards is kicked downfield. One bounce and straight into the arms of Steadman, who invites Simon Middleton to have a run, but the run didn't last long. And here's Andy Fisher. By Cowie and by Mike Forshaw. Southernwood, that was scrappy at the play the ball by Castleford. Ford to Coyne. Nickow wanted it. Coyne eventually just had to take the tackle. Not made more than 5 or 6 metres there, Castleford, in that set of 6.
That really was scrappy play by Castleford. Let's hope that they lift the game a little bit more than that. That won't have pleased their coach, Daniel Vandervelde.
John Money looking relaxed with the sunglasses on. I bet they'll get some good use when he heads home to Australia. Telling me this week he's looking forward to spending a few months on an Australian beach somewhere while next season's championship is fought out in this country.
He's not on his own either.
You'll be here though, won't you? Phil Clark. Edwards from dummy half. And Wigan suddenly gone scrappy. Castleford won't have a better chance than this, I think, to overhaul the champions here today.
Been pretty tough out there. It's quite warm as well. So the fitness is going to show. Farah went high on Crooks. Crooks not happy with it. The Australian centre looks apologetically at the referee Colin Steele, but it was above the shoulders. Doesn't matter whether you're a prop forward. Prop forwards don't like centres coming high, and Crooks meant it, didn't he?
Castleford's first penalty, and in possession now with Kettridge. Now Crooks again, taking on Sean Edwards. Edwards with a bit of help from Cowie and Betts. Mike Ford on the run. Nickow, short ball. Good job that Dennis Betts was alert. He brought Tony Smith down. Southernwood, Ford, all wrapped up by Betts. Castleford's got to give this ball a bit of air, get it out wide, and not play like that. Steadman picked up the pieces. It's the last one for Castleford. Mike Ford dabs it forward himself, and it's come up for him. It's Grant Anderson who followed the kick through. The Wigan defence went to sleep, and Castleford regained the lead.
Don't for the championship replay. There's one way to break down a solid defence. It's choosing the little kick through. Ford did it to perfection, and this man came steaming through Grant Anderson. It was a planned move. You'll see quite clearly. Anderson sets up late, look at him go, accelerates through, no one at home. Hampson was too late to come across. Excellent thinking there by Castleford. He's had a good season, Mike Ford. That was a planned move, worked to perfection. And Hampson looks at his defence and said, what went wrong?
Grant Anderson, 2 tries against Wigan in this fixture last year. His career has been dogged by injury. The former under-21 international, he will remember that try for a long, long time to come. And so might St Helens if it proves to be the vital one. Crooks with the conversion attempt. He's got it. Castleford back in front, 12-8. Wigan have a fight on their hands here.
Ford pulls in Clark, the kick goes through, and watch it supreme. Excellent play, well rehearsed, well planned, well executed.
Mike Ford created it, Grant Anderson scored it. And Hampson restarts. Andy Fisher. Lost the ball. Not the best place to lose possession.
Oh, that's a woeful mistake. They're becoming the worst enemy, Castleford. That looked high.
Just over 6 minutes gone. Castleford are back in front. Wigan in possession with Forshaw. Edwards to Botica. Botica to Lydon. Lydon out the back door. Botica just dropped on it in time. Nick Howe was there. Robinson from dummy half. Gets the ball away to Dermot. He finds Farah. Dermot again. Edwards turns the ball back, or he thought about it, to Andy Platt. The call was there. Last tackle for Wigan. The 10 metres short of the Castleford post. Drop goal attempt. Martin Dermot. A one-pointer.
Good thinking by the hooker. Realised there was nothing on out wide on the last tackle. Castleford didn't expect it from the dummy half position. Good thinking by the hooker there.
His second drop goal of the season. His first in the win at Leeds not too long ago.
Well, he realises how important that could be. We can now only have to score a try, which would push them in front. It's all about thinking. A lot of people think that in rugby league that forwards don't do that. Well, everything's changed from years and years ago.
From Stedman's kick-off, it's with Edwards, and now it's with Forshaw. Forshaw played on Wednesday and Thursday this week. Now here he is again, playing virtually a full game on Sunday. Farrell. Robinson from dummy half, fancies a run on his own. St. John Ellis has stuck to the task well though. Clark to Botica to Platt. Ettridge caught a stray boot from Andy Platt then. This is Neil Cowie. Now Botica takes over. Wigan looking menacing. Edwards keeps the movement going to Cowie. Cowie through one, turning, looking for support. There was none there. Last tackle, a fire. Botica, Edwards. Clark. Edwards again. Lydon, crossfield kick. Betts was there, putting off the winger Middleton. It was Andy Fisher rather.
Good play though by Wigan. Lydon knew there was nowhere to go. Send the bomb high. You can see there Betts not going for the ball but going in front of the man.
And it was Middleton who was clobbered by Dennis Betts. There's Andy Fisher now.
Oh, some good work by the Wigan forwards there, especially Neil Cowie. He's having a big game in the prop position.
Another big game in the prop position from Lee Crooks, but Ian Gildart warming up, ready to come on for Neil Cowie. Coyne. Oh, that pass really wasn't on. Morrison was tackled as he received the ball by Clark.
Oh, hospital job there, wasn't it? Clark really had him. Morrison really got shaken up with that one.
Here's Hampson. 10 minutes second half. Gaps close to 3 points now for Wigan, courtesy of that drop goal from Martin Dermot. They're in possession with Andy Platt here. Edwards finds Forshaw. It's a good run. Wigan appealing to the referee that they want to get on with it quickly, and Castleford using spoiling tactics. Here come Wigan again with Betts.
Well, Betts has sucked 4 players into him. Quick play the ball here. Castleford could be in trouble.
It's with Botica now. Botica to Platt. Good defence, Castleford. It's the last tackle for Wigan. Are they setting for another drop goal attempt? No, Botica fancied a little chip ahead, and they've got it back. It's going to be 6 to go. Big pressure here from Wigan on Castleford. Forshaw. Steaming away from Nicow. Edwards. Edwards saw Betts and took it on his own. Edwards! That's a great try, and he knows how important it is. Betts was the decoy, and Edwards saw the gap open up because Castleford were waiting for the pass.
Those bit of championship replay, one of the few occasions that we see Shaun Edwards running wide. The second rower, Tony Morrison, that missed him. He threw the half dummy. Nice call on the blind side. You can see them moving across. This is what you do when you run at the angle. Throws the dummy there. The sliding defence, you've got to make sure it's solid. It wasn't. Tony Morrison misses it. And doesn't he look happy?
Doesn't he enjoy scoring tries? And he's notched 44 of them this season. A Wembley try against Castleford. Man of the match display in the Regal Trophy final against Bradford. 2 against France on Friday, and a vital one here today for Shaun Edwards. So Wigan have clawed their way back again. And Botica, not the easiest angle he has had to kick. Kicked it. What a great kick from Botica. The man, some say, can't stand the pressure, but he's like a metronome with that right boot of his.
The sliding defence was there, Morrison there. Nicow had gone out wide, but the gap appeared. Missed tackle. Vital try.
Ian Gildart has come on. And Dean Sampson has returned. Sampson has come on for Fisher. And Gildart has come on for Neil Cowie.
Well, that surprised me. I thought Neil Cowie was having a big game, and in fact, if there was anyone struggling in the Wigan pack, I thought it was the skipper, Andy Platt. Obviously, Platt there to lead by example. But they do bounce back well, this Wigan side. Real championship material, of course.
Yes, you think you've found a chink in their armour, and as you say, Mike, they come up off the canvas and hit you with the sucker punch, don't they?
And this is the point where we said at the half-time break, this is where Wigan have to start using their wingers.
Robinson has it, but the ball was knocked forward.
Little doubt about this, Platt to Dermot, the hooker. Just got a fingertips to it. We're getting back to that point about the Wigan side now. I'm sure that John Mooney will be telling Robinson and Afire to get in there and help the forwards.
Look at that possession that Wigan have again seen in this second half. Castleford taking them all the way. In possession now with Tony Smith. John Mooney, the look of a contented man. Well, a bit more content than last we saw. Mike Ford misses out Crooks and finds Nicow. And he brings Grant Anderson into it. Quarter of an hour of this second half gone. Nicow to Crooks. And Crooks, as he grasped that ball to his body, was clobbered. Ford. Coyne. Nice tackle for Castleford. Stedman dabs one forward. Soccer skills from Stedman. Still going Stedman. Oh, now what's the referee say? It's 6 to go. Nicow to Ellis. Ellis managing to keep the movement going. It wasn't the best pass, but it's 6 more tackles for Castleford. The referee wiped the tackle count clean. Good soccer skills from Graham Stedman. Kettridge through the gap to Crooks. Crooks with the try. Did he bounce it? The referee says it's a good try. Lee Crooks, his first of the season though for Castleford.
Stones for the championship replay. They squeezed it out. Beautiful play by the substitute. Oh, good stuff there by Kettridge. But I don't know whether he got that down okay. Just the fingertips. That's all it takes. But the substitute pushes it through. No doubt in the mind of referee Colin Steele. But look at that pass. Was that perhaps forward? Crooks was just a couple of inches in there. Oh, controversy all the way around with that. Pretty hard to see, but you can see that Colin Steele was in a tremendous position.
Change of kicker for Castleford. Crooks this time with a try, and Steadman with the conversion. Castleford swing back on the offensive. 18-15. What a blockbuster this one is. But the referee, Colin Steele, remember last week, Warrington St Helens, he allowed a similar try to that for Warrington, where the ball, did it or didn't it bounce? Talking to him before the match, Mike, he said it's all about a matter of opinion.
And I suppose you want my opinion. Well, to be fair, it's pretty difficult for all these referees to make a decision there. I thought it was perhaps slightly a little bit forward. But it's all swings and roundabouts in rugby league.
It was Crooks's last movement in this second half for the time being. He's been replaced by Andy Hay. Last incident for Crooks, the try. And so Wigan are having to come from behind again. Nick Howe. What a boost this will be to St Helens if Castleford can hang on, and indeed if they can increase the lead. It'll come down to Good Friday then in a big way. Great tackling Lydon on Fish on Morrison.
Full credit to Castleford as well. It looked that Wigan was trying to take control there. They bounced back, and the man there playing the ball, Graham Steadman, it was his little dribble through that allowed him to obtain another 6 tackles. And there's fighting off the ball. Steadman's gone down.
It was Bottica, and the referee wants a word.
I saw the punch. Bottica definitely was involved there. Whether it was just a push away, just saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Here it is.
Ball's coming out wide there, and Bottica, well, he just tries to swing and get away from Steadman. He didn't hit him. Tries to spin around. See over the top there. Pushing him to the ground. Either way, it's a penalty. The pressure is off Castleford. Bit of indiscipline there by Wigan. Their coach, John Money, won't be happy with that.
And Sam Paliper has returned to the fray. He has taken over from the Australian Andrew Farrar. But this is Castleford on the charge with Sampson. There's Paliper. This, though, is Southernwood. Wigan know they're in a match now.
Well, we just saw Andy Platt miss a vital tackle there. He looks really tired.
Steadman with the run again. Suddenly, Castleford gaining in confidence as we enter the last quarter of this match. 4. Coyne. Morrison, the runner. And the referee, I think, has blown for another penalty. Was it a high tackle?
He's got Edwards. Sean Edwards is the one coming in late. The crowd are going wild. You can see that Edwards has got his arm underneath the chin. Does that constitute a high tackle? I suppose it does. Bringing him to the ground, interfering with the head, referee Colin Steele says. In discipline again. is costing Wigan dearly. There you see it. The rule states anything above the shoulder you'll be penalised for.
John Money watching on, I think with just a touch of concern at the moment. Knows the championship is within his grasp, but this is an important penalty from Graham Steadman. And an easy 2 points for Castleford. The lead increases to 5. 20 points to 15. Castleford have the advantage. So a vital 19 minutes or thereabouts remaining for Wigan. Did that touch the Castleford centre, Tony Smith?
Yes, I think it did. Bad mistake by Smith there, just got a finger to it. See the touch judge already raising his hand. He's not impressed, and rightly so. They've just taken control of Castleford, and now they're allowing Wigan back into it.
That's the second time that Castleford have slipped up from a kickoff. And it's absolutely vital for Wigan to win here. The news from Knowsley Road is that St Helens have demolished Leeds by 42 points to 8. So a crucial 20 minutes or thereabouts for Wigan in their quest for a 4th successive title.
It's not going to be easy. A lot of this Wigan side are walking. They really are tired. They're out on their feet.
Dermot gets the ball out to Gildart. That's just how close Wigan are. Botica, Edwards taking the initiative himself again is Sean Edwards. Betts from dummy half. Botica chips one over the top. Oh, and that was so close. So close for Botica then.
Neat little kick by the New Zealander for Martin O'Fire. Oh, and it was, well, yes, it had to change. At first it was going to be a tap on the quarter, but it was touched there by the Castleford player. That means possession back for Wigan. Oh, it's pressure cooker stuff, this.
Yes, the referee originally said it was a tap on the Castleford 20-metre mark, but then, after discussion, he said it would be a dropout because it came off Middleton. And that dropout just eludes Hampson. Clark will run it back for Wigan, shoulder to shoulder with Morrison. And look at the work that Castleford are having to get through here to keep Wigan at bay. Robinson.
Been a tremendous tackling stint by Castleford. They've shown sheer quality.
Dennis Betts gets it to Dermot. Hampson wants it. Dermot marshalling the troops, ready at the play the ball, gives it to Edwards, takes it back, finds Platt. Again, shoulder to shoulder with Kettridge. Wigan inching towards that Castleford line with Edwards. The runner on the blind side was Dennis Betts, and a good job that Steadman and Kettridge were alert. Wigan 10 metres short. Edwards, long pass to Botica, bringing a fire into it. The fire headed it. He was tackled without the ball, was he? And the referee agrees he was.
Well, I'm not so sure about this. I think it just came off his head. That should just be a knock on. Well, I think Wigan are lucky with that one. The pass wasn't the best. I think it bounced right off the face of Martin O'Fire.
He's given the penalty for a high tackle on O'Fire. But O'Fire, of course, didn't have the ball, did he?
Comes off his head. Well, I think Castleford are most unlucky there. It looked worse than what it was. Lady Luck shining on Wigan. They're still hanging on by the thread.
So less than a quarter of an hour to go. And Steadman had a vital penalty at one end not too long ago. This is just as vital for Wigan at the other end now. And Botica doesn't miss with those. The gap closes. But were Castleford hard done by?
Well, I think so. It was just a grab at him. The ball had gone. Can't blame a Fire for trying to milk it for all it was worth. And that incident could well give Wigan the championship. Who knows?
Plenty of talking points in this match then. Was it or wasn't it a try for Lee Crooks? The referee said it was. Was it or wasn't it a penalty on a Fire? The referee said it was. Wigan enjoying a ton of possession, but what a hit on Andy Platt by Morrison. Whoop!
Well, he didn't get many against the French on Friday night, but that made up for it.
Botica to Dermot to Dennis Betts. Panapa couldn't pick it up. It's got to be a knock-on. It has got to be a knock-on.
Excellent support play. Dennis Betts is playing his heart out. Tries to get the ball away there. Panapa couldn't just drag it in. Spine-tingling stuff, this, Eddie.
I was going to say, Mike, Dennis Betts probably stung by the fact that originally he was going to be a substitute for Great Britain on Friday. He had a big game against the French, and he's having another one here today.
Yeah, he's making his presence felt.
He's there again, look. Forward to Coy. Nickau. Good tackling, Lydon.
Castleford now, all they've got to do is not panic.
Steadman straightening up. He has Mike Ford with him. Oh, has he taken the wrong option? Steadman looking for it. Oh, it's come up for him. Oh, dear me, what a mistake by Robinson. Robinson should have hacked that one out of the ground. He missed his kick completely, and Steadman touches down. Steadman enveloped by Castleford players. It looked for all the moment that he'd taken the wrong option there. But the gamble paid off, and poor old Jason Robinson.
Down for the championship replay. Wonderful run by the fullback, Graham Steadman. Coyne's long ball out wide. The step inside. Excellent play. Forshaw took the dummy. Hampton made sure he didn't obstruct him. But look at this. What a mistake. Oh, he will want to forget that. A terrible mistake by the youngster Jason Robinson. Billy Whiz they call him, but I'm afraid someone turned off the appliance then.
Steadman converts his own 4-6, and suddenly Castleford believe that perhaps they're on the brink of victory.
Long ball out wide, excellent stuff. And from here the step was on. Inside Forshaw. Hampson made sure he kept away from him. And the biggest mistake for many a day.
Wigan got the game back in motion quickly.
That just shows you the wonderful thinking and the skills of Graham Steadman. But see, the Hampson was coming to him, chipped over to perfection. Didn't have the speed though to beat Robinson, but the mistake did it all.
It's the last tackle for Castleford. They're on halfway. There is concern written all over the Wigan faces. Another kick downfield, this time by Mike Ford.
Well, we just saw another cruncher on the Wigan skipper, Andy Platt. He's out on his feet. He can hardly walk. There's nothing that man can do about it. He has to stay on there, fight it out for the next 9 minutes.
Great roar from the Castleford supporters. They thought a fire had lost it. And possession has suddenly turned round with that try for Castleford.
Castleford, of course, all they got to do is what they've been doing all day. Wonderful tackling like that. It's been a heroic effort by Castleford in defence.
To come for Wigan, St Helens on Good Friday at home, Warrington on Easter Monday morning, live on Sky at Wilderspool, and then Friday night live on Sky, the return against Castleford. You'll see it all on Sky Sports. The referee has called St Ellis for a little knock-on.
Oh, vital mistakes when they don't need them. There was no pressure applied to him, he knows it. He had all the time in the world, he could have let that bounce. Just drifted away from him at the last moment. It's not over yet.
This is Botica, and now Robinson. Can he atone for the error? Let's hope it hasn't destroyed the lad's confidence. I don't think it has. Of Fire and Edwards. This is now a Fire again. Gets the ball to Betts. Betts has had a great game. Van der Velde knows he's on the brink of victory against Wigan. Edwards to Gildart.
None better than this Castleford pack, though. They've worked tirelessly.
Platt and Dermott, lovely stuff. This is now Robinson again. Gets the ball away to Dermott, who drops it. Uncharacteristic errors in this Wigan performance today. Fatigue must be playing its part.
But that's the risk they've got to take. They've got to keep this ball alive. Catch-up football all the time now. 7 minutes or so remaining.
And somebody said something out of turn to the referee about that decision. And so, it's a penalty to Castleford. This comes off the side of Stedman's boot. He could have done with making a bit more ground than that. High tackle by Clark on Dean Sampson.
There you see quite clearly frustration coming into the Wigan side. Andy Platt followed it up with the left forearm. Thankfully the input there, that was a pretty high one by Clark. Frustration ticking off by the referee Colin Steele. Castleford in full control now. I'm sure we won't see anything fancy.
Cowie comes back on, and Andy Platt, who has obviously run himself into the ground. The skipper goes off. Penalty to Castleford this time. Stedman gets the distance up to halfway, and the penalty count has totally swung round this second half. Sampson again. Southernwood. Oh, that was almost suicide by Southernwood. Clark got a hand to it and couldn't hold on.
He knew it as well. Southernwood drew Sean Edwards, should I say. Clark went for the option. It's the gamble that did not pay off. Whether he would have made it was pretty fast, though, is Clark.
Penalty at the scrum.
Dennis Betts Just using a stray boot there as the ball came out. Not allowing Mike Ford to get any possession with it. The look on his face there, Dennis Betts, says it all, doesn't it? They know that these 2 points have slipped away.
5 minutes ago, Castleford in possession. Here comes Sampson again, gets the ball out to Morrison. It's been an heroic day's work by this Castleford pack of forwards. And Mike Ford, the scrum half, in possession now, directing operations behind them.
Well, the chances have come few and far between for Castleford, but they've taken them.
It's Castleford's first meeting with Wigan since Wembley. Stedman just hacks that ball forward, and this will be sweet revenge for Castleford after losing out in the big one at Wembley last season. Clark's lost it.
The error count, Bills. See, he lost control there. Anticipating the second man coming in.
Well, you won't get into Central Park on Good Friday. That will be packed to the rafters. If you turn up much after an hour before kick-off, you'll have to watch it on Sky Sports on Good Friday night at 11 o'clock. Sampson coming forward for Castleford. It's at the wrong end of the field as far as Wigan are concerned. The right end as far as Castleford, and not to mention St Helens, are concerned.
Surely the field goal, the drop goal has to be on now.
Not just yet. It's the last tackle. They're running it over the shoulder by Ford. The Wigan man drops on it. The man was Ian Gildart.
Well, I can't understand Ford opting for something so fancy as that. When you're in the Wigan quarter, you may as well opt for the bomb. Keep the pressure applied. I know time's on their side. You can't press it.
Robinson, wheeled in by Morrison. Edwards, Hampson.
Morrison again coming in. He's been fired up all day. He's had a big game in defence. He's taken the ball up strongly.
The last tackle for Wigan, with O'Fire who slips. It's the turnover. It's been a thunderous good afternoon's entertainment here at Weldon Road. Sampson.
Both sides have shown tremendous character, Eddie. Both sides have dragged themselves off the floor and got back into the lead.
St Ellis trying to dart through the gap. The gap closed by the tackling of Ian Gildart. Southernwood at dummy half. Stedman, drop goal attempt. Oh, he's pulled it wide.
Doesn't matter, that wastes valuable time. They know that Wigan are still camped down in their own quarter.
On my watch, half a minute to go, 26-17 to Castleford. Wigan have lost only 4 times in the big league this season. This is defeat number 5. This could be the one that cost them the title.
But once again, the forwards are there to tackle. Dean Sampson, Morrison.
Dennis Betts. We're into time added on for stoppages. I don't think there'll be too many of that.
Oh, and that was silly play by Betts. He swung a punch in a delicate area, I feel. Oh, that is stupidity.
The referee wants a word with Tawera Nickau. He's held the clock up, and he wants a word with Dennis Betts also.
Been a tough encounter, Eddie, but we can do with things like without things like that.
The referee seems to be lecturing Nick out, and he's given the penalty Wigan. Well, there you are. Here is Neil Cowie, score of 1 try. Now Edwards, short ball to Betts, met fair and square by Dean Sampson. John Money has left his position in the stand. He's in the dressing room. He is waiting for his team to come off the field, and then he'll begin the psychological battle that will get them back to form for the meeting of St Helens on Good Friday. This is Martin Afire. Slips away from one. He's all the way. Afire. Did he drop it? Referee says, I think that he did drop it. No try.
And in controversy in this game, Afire sets sail for the line, goes underneath it. Steadman tries to get there, Ford. Oh, I don't know, but it's all over.
The youngsters come on to congratulate their heroes, and heroes all on the Castleford side. A famous victory for Castleford. Mike Ford, the former Wigan man, absolutely delighted. And the championship race has been blown apart here at Weldon Road this afternoon.
Norwich.
So a tremendous win for Castleford, 26 points to 17 over Wigan, and their best attendance of the season was here to see it. And Graham Steadman, the Castleford fullback, well, he really was the hero of the hour. Graham, you certainly fooled me for that try. Was it really a planned kick ahead and a chase?
No, I think it was more of a speculating. I've done them in the past, and fortunately it came off. I saw young Jason Robinson covering, and the obvious thing, I thought it was going to kick it dead, so I just chased the dead ball line. Unfortunately for us, Jason missed it, so I just dived on it and grounded the ball, and it gave us 6 points for the conversion.
Abject lesson to everyone, you give up nothing in this game.
Oh, that's right, exactly. Especially against teams like Wigan, they never give anything away. Like they showed in the first 40 minutes, the pace of the game was tremendous. It was just relentless defence from ours because we just couldn't hold possession, and against teams like this, you just can't afford to do that.
But something special today for you.
Oh yeah, I've had a rich vein of form over the last few weeks. It took me quite a while to get back off the stress fracture which I had mid-January, but I'm enjoying my rugby again, and that's the main thing, and we're winning, which is an added bonus.
Mike Ford, you promised Wigan a hot reception and you gave them one.
Yes, we certainly did. Eddie, we've been waiting for that since Wembley last year, and it's a long time coming, but we really enjoyed it.
You've blown the championship race wide open, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We knew we have a big say in it. We know we've got to play Wigan twice, and I don't want Wigan to win everything, and I hope we've done St Helens a favour today.
Because that's what you set out to do, didn't you? You're saying in the papers up here this morning that St Helens could expect something from you.
Yeah, but first of all, we did it for ourselves. You know, we want a top 4 spot. But if we can help St Helens on the way, then all well and good.
Can Wigan go on, do you think, and win the title now?
Oh, certainly. I mean, the class outfit, I mean, it's going to be very close. So probably go back on Monday now and readjust the situation and work even harder. They're a great side. And I suppose Friday, I'm going to watch it. I think it's going to be a great game at Central Park.
The match facts confirm the big effort in the tackling department from Castleford. 153 team tackles. Wonderful stuff. And the possession, well, it all went Wigan's way in both halves, but importantly, Castleford have won the match. Well, when the final siren went here at Weldon Road, I could have sworn you heard the cheering all the way from Knowsley Road in St Helens, because make no mistake about it, this has been a great day for St Helens. Not only have they won easily against Leeds, as we'll confirm for you later, but they've seen Wigan beaten by Castleford, and Mike Stevenson, the championship race is now wide open.
This really sets it up for a great game on Good Friday, and full credit to Castleford. I thought they played exceptionally well. Wigan had all the possession in that first half, and their defence was super.
Yes, they rocked Wigan, didn't they? They knocked them out of their usual confident stride.
Yeah, well, they came out with all guns blazing and they took their opportunities. They didn't have many because Wigan had most of the possession, but they took those chances well. The forwards played well. It was a great effort by Castleford.
So let's now take a check then on the results from the Stones Bitter Championship today. Castleford 26, Wigan 17, Bradford 50, Sheffield 8, Halifax 40, Widnes 6, Hull KR 28, Wakefield 10, St Helens 42, Leeds 8, Salford 23, Warrington 24. It means St Helens or Wigan will be the champions, and whoever wins on Good Friday will probably take the pennant. Good Friday at Central Park. The bottom of the First Division, Sheffield, will be lucky now if they get into the top 8, and Hull Kingston Rovers at least up to 12 points. Division 2 results: Bramley 16, Oldham 32, a draw at Carlisle 30-30 with Featherstone, and Rochdale 27, Huddersfield 38. Despite that draw, Featherstone are the champions of the Second Division. That fact was confirmed in midweek. Division 3, Batley 28, Hunslet 12, Blackpool 5, Dewsbury 90, Chorley 18, Highfield 8 in the important one at the bottom, Doncaster 30, Keighley 32, and Rydale York 24, Whitehaven 12. Top of the table, Keighley Cougars on course for their first ever honour in Rugby League, 2 points clear of Workington with a game in hand. And down at the bottom, it's going to be difficult for Highfield, but Chorley now are finished and they'll have to wait and see how Highfield do in their remaining 2 matches. So that's it, wonderful game here at Weldon Road. It's all down to Central Park Good Friday. You'll be able to see the action right here on Sky Sports, and Boots and All tomorrow night at midnight. Midnight for Boots and All, we'll see you then.
The Stones Bitter Championship, taking rugby into a different league.